What's up, everyone? The friendly neighborhood Spider-Man isn't just about quippy one-liners and fighting bad guys. He's defined by one thing above all else, that spectacular, breathtaking swing. From the big screen to our game consoles, we've seen countless versions of Spidey's web-slinging acrobatics. But let's be real, not all swings are created equal. Some are clunky, some are floaty, and some dot. Well, some make you feel like you truly are Spider-Man. Today we're doing the ultimate deep dive. We're ranking every major Spider-Man swing, from the absolute worst to the undisputed best. We'll be looking at movies, TV shows, and of course, the video games that let us take control. I'll be judging them based on physics, speed, style, and that all-important feeling of exhilaration. Is it a graceful ballet through the concrete jungle, or does it look like he's just yanking himself forward on a bungee cord? So grab your web shooters, because this is going to be a wild ride through the history of web swinging. Let's start at the bottom of the barrel, shall we? Kicking off our list in last place is the swing from the 1977 live-action series, The Amazing Spider-Man. Look, we have to give them credit for trying back in the day with practical effects. But the swinging was basically just Spidey slowly climbing a rope against a blue screen. There's no momentum, no physics, no sense of height or danger. It's more like watching a window washer having a very, very slow day. It was a product of its time. But by modern standards, it's not just the worst. It's barely even a swing. Crawling up just a little bit, we had the swing from the 90s animated series. I know. This show is a classic for a reason. The story, the characters, the theme song all iconic. But the swinging itself? It was ... functional. Most of the time, the webs just shot off screen and Spidey would kind of float in an arc. There was very little sense of pull or gravity. It got him from point A to point B, and that's about it. We loved the show for its heart, but let's be honest. The web-slinging animation was pretty repetitive and lacked the dynamic flair we'd see later on. Next up, we read talking about the swing from the Ultimate Spider-Man video game from 2005. This game had a fantastic comic book art style, but the swinging mechanics were a step back from its predecessor, Spider-Man 2. The webs could attach to the sky, a big no-no for web-swinging purists. It made traversing the city feel a bit too easy and disconnected. The swinging felt floaty and lacked that satisfying sense of weight and momentum. While fun in its own right, it just didn't have the realistic, challenging feel that makes a web-swinging system truly great. Now we're getting into the territory of not bad, but not great. I'm talking about the swing from Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie. This was the first time we saw a truly cinematic, big-budget swing, and for 2002, it was mind-blowing. The CGI might look a little dated now, but the core idea was there. You could feel the speed as he zipped between buildings. However, it often felt more like he was a pendulum on a single stiff rope rather than a dynamic acrobat. The arcs were very uniform and perfect, lacking the improvisation and raw physics that makes swinging feel real. A revolutionary first step, but one that was quickly improved upon. Okay, let's jump to another animated entry, The Spectacular Spider-Man. Now, this is where things start to get really good. The animation in this show is just phenomenal, and the swinging is a huge part of that. The movements are fluid, dynamic, and full of character. You can see the physics at play as he uses his momentum to slingshot around corners, run up walls, and combine his acrobatics seamlessly with his swinging. It perfectly captured the agile, almost insect-like quality of Spider-Man's movement. It's easily one of the best animated swings out there, full of energy and style. Moving on to another big-screen Spidey, let's talk about Tom Holland in the MCU. His swinging is fast, chaotic, and often a little clumsy, which perfectly fits his character as a young, still-learning hero. The first few movies showed him making mistakes, crashing into things, and relying more on his web zip than on graceful arcs. What I love about it is the sense of real-world physics and danger. In Far From Home and No Way Home, his swinging becomes much more confident and skilled, showing his progression as a hero. It's a great piece of character storytelling told through movement. It feels grounded and believable. But now, we have to talk about the one that changed everything, the game changer. The swing from the 2004 video game, Spider-Man 2. For years, this was the undisputed king, and for good reason. It was the first game to introduce a revolutionary physics-based system where your webs actually had to attach to buildings. No more swinging from the clouds. This one simple rule created a system that was challenging, immersive, and incredibly satisfying to master. You could feel the tension in the web line, the rush of a perfect downward swing, and the thrill of releasing at just the right moment to launch yourself into the sky. It wasn't just a way to travel. It was the entire game. So who could possibly top the legendary Spider-Man 2? Well, for me, there's a tie for second place between two incredible entries. First, Andrew Garfield in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Say what you will about the films, but the swinging was absolutely breathtaking. It was the most acrobatic and balletic swinging we've ever seen on screen. The camera work was dynamic, often putting you right in his point of view. You could see every muscle strain as he contorted his body, using his momentum to pull off insane maneuvers. It was less about pure speed and more about pure, unadulterated style and grace. It was beautiful to watch. Tied with him for that second spot is the spectacular swing from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This movie is a visual masterpiece, and the swinging is no exception. It blends the raw physics we love with a unique comic book-inspired animation style. When Miles Morales finally gets the hang of it, his leap of faith swing is one of the most powerful and emotional moments in any Spider-Man story. The animation is jerky and stylized on purpose, making every frame feel like a comic panel come to life. It captures the terror, the joy, and the sheer coolness of being Spider-Man better than almost any other. It's pure art, and that brings us to number one, the undisputed champion. The one that took the foundation built by Spider-Man 2 and perfected it in every single way. Of course, I'm talking about the swinging from Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man and Spider-Man, Miles Morales. This is it. This is the peak. It combines the physics-based attachment of Spider-Man 2, the cinematic flair of the movies, and a whole new layer of tricks and air dodges that make traversal an absolute joy. The sense of speed is incredible. The animations are flawless, and the control you have over Spidey is just perfect. Whether you re-diving from the top of the Empire State Building or skimming just inches above the yellow cabs on the street, you feel completely in command. The addition of Miles' Venom powers adds another electrifying layer to it. It's not just a mechanic. It's a form of expression. It's challenging enough to be engaging, but accessible enough that anyone can feel like a hero. It's fast, it's fluid, it's stylish, and it is, without a doubt, the greatest Spider-Man swing of all time. So there you have it. My official ranking of every major Spider-Man swing. It's a journey from clunky ropes to pure, physics-based art. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's your favorite Spidey swing? Did I get it right? Did I get it horribly wrong? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to swing over to that like button and subscribe for more content. Catch you in the next one.